Welcome everyone to Mission Mastery Training 5. This is Bioenergetics, the bioenergetic personality defense structures where things in our core energy got totally crunched, shut down, polluted, toxic, but mostly frozen. That's what the bioenergetics tells us happens. And that's where we get core shut down and why we use yang medicine. The psychopath, the defender, it's one of the most prominent personality types in America, in Western civilization. You're going to deal with this in business. You're going to deal with it in social life, dating, and inside yourself, most and foremost, with bosses, troublesome bosses, with landlords, landladies, all these things. And if you learn how to do this, you learn it within yourself and with others, you really do have an extreme Jedi superpower to work with many people on the planet. And they will not even know that you're using this, that you're accessing all this information to better connect and to get healing results with them, or even just a better relationship or boundaries. So that's Psychopath Defender. We're going to go into that deep. The healing gifts, the wounds, the cost of not healing this, and the miracles that happen when you do. And we're going to get into the brain balance, which is this delicious hands-on healing modality based on, once again, our gorgeous best friend of hands-on healing. The most, for I know, complete system in the planet for hands-on healing, which is the chelation. Brain balance, it's almost like a really nice app that we put on top of this great software of the chelation. I like to think of this as heli skiing to enlightenment. That's our journey through this course. We have two programs: the Yang Medicine, which is how to literally learn light mastery, how to become a golden god, if you will, the enlightenment journey. And today we're on the mission, the light mission. All right, you can become enlightened with yang medicine. You know the process, you know how to do it. You can share it with others. You can do high ticket sales if you want, using your genius with this medicine, with this certification, with the certainty you get from being the only one on the planet, really doing what you're doing, using yang medicine with your unique high ticket sale. So that's what this mission mastery is today. We're using bioenergetics as a way to enter into how to do that and work with clients and do hands-on healing and create these courses. Our mission today, quite simple. One, bioenergetics. We're going to do the Psychopath Defender. We've seen this before. We know how to go through these. We're learning not all the complicated details. This is a mastery course. I want you to learn important stuff, but mostly what a psychopath and a defender feels like. And if you know that, we're going to know how to heal. Because you're learning that through yourself with Yang Mastery. And we'll go through that. Mastery mindset, we're going to be rich in everything. In a divine reality, you just feel enriched all the time. So mindset. We're also going to be doing the brain balance, hands-on healing, which, for all the anxious, cloudy, migraine, headache, overwhelmed, completely stressed, pineal shut down, glandular shut down, brain imbalances, inactivity, overactivity. The brain balance is a miracle medicine for the brain body, for the body. And, you have the chelation up to there, the brain. And then that brain, I think, goes right back into the gut and back down to the rest of the body. So, it's going to be signaling a lot better. It's going to be growing things better. Because with yang medicine, we're always growing, getting bigger in our energy, getting more powered up. And that's kind of my secret, really, now that I think about it, to balancing. More important than balancing is powering up. And then, as you power, balance. Mission course outline. So for our mission mastery, we're starting off with the 5 bioenergetic defenses. Great. We've already mastered the schizoid creative type. If you are a little vague on it, I recommend going and looking at it again. These trainings are here to be reviewed again and again for total mastery. They will be your allies the rest of your life. So we've done the schizoid creative. We've done the oral and the lover, the masochist, and the finisher. And now we have the psychopath and defender. After that, it's rigid, which is the organizer. And then we get into some other things, which we'll get into the next slide. So we're almost done with the bioenergetic defense part. And then we'll get into the high ticket courses. The chelation, we've learned our basic hands-on healing mode. This is the most advanced way I'm teaching this, is with extreme simplification. We have the chelation, which is the more complex, full body, total power up, total chakra upgrade. You can actually balance all the chakras with just the chelation. I guarantee it. And the chelation can do most things. You got a cancer spot, you could actually just do the chelation up to the cancer spot. Do that spot, power it up, blast it, do it, move the chakras, whatever, and go up further. Or you do a full chelation and just go back to that spot. And a lot of what we're learning is pretty much that. You do a chelation up to the shoulders, do these cool things, and finish the chelation. So we have a chelation, which lets us do the hormone balance, which we learned for ovaries and testes. Now we're going to do a brain balance. We're going to do an addiction healing that's really cool based off the chelation. I love this addiction healing. Past life healing. So you're going to bust through past lives like a master. Like people that take years of spiritual training just by doing what we do, powering up first. And it's all simplified. This is not meant to be super complicated. It's meant to give you results with as much simplification as I could possibly do, with honoring this work. Nothing's changed. We're just kind of showing you how to do it in a very simple way and power up with Beyond Medicine. We're going to do astral healings. We're going to do cancer healing. All of it's based on the chelation. Heads up warning that hormone balance wasn't too hard, right? It was 3 moves. Some of these are even going to be easier. Once you know the chelation, once you master the chelation, it's really easy to master hormone balance. And once you master the ovary hormone balance, it's really easy to master brain balance. Get it? And you're going to see that you're going to master the chelation, and then these almost like apps or tricks onto it. And they're really simplified versions to make this really easy for you and accessible throughout your entire life. Oh, brain balance? Yeah, I remember how to do that. Past life? Yeah, this is how I do it. This is how Johnny taught me. And this medicine's the best, man. All right. All right. Another course outline. I can't wait to teach you guys white flag, shadow, tantra, naughty. We're going to make healing the shadow, healing, quote unquote, alchemizing, integrating, lighting up, firing up, blasting up, and loving the fuck out of our shadow with white, black, shadow, tantra. This is real double black diamond scheme medicine for everybody. You're going to love your shadow. You're going to go deeper than ever. You're going to see the nastiest, darkest shit you've ever seen. And yet, we're going to have a whole different perspective. We're going to love it more. We're going to be like, that's fucking cool. Why didn't you see that? Oh my God, my little demon, my big demon, badass motherfucker. Yeah. Love her, love him, love that. And we're going to see it really from a stance that I don't think any healer is teaching. Really to me. And that's seeing the shadow as a true artist. Not just a healing artist, but a genius. So it's also going to be like, you want to talk about the white and black arts, black magic. You're going to learn black magic, but in a fun, cool, not that way. An energy healer, yang medicine, yang wisdom way. So that's going to be a very special course where we really go into the shadow like nobody else. We're going to do dream therapy, one process that will work for every dream you ever have. And by the way, is this world a dream? I totally see it in the sun every day. So you can use that dream therapy in your daily life. Now, heads up, secret revealed, it's the same process to some degree as how we do bioenergetic process work. So if you review that past thing, you're already going to have a heads up on dream therapy. Or if you just took some notes, I suggest listening to these while you do dishes. Get this stuff down. Get it in your bones. Let it be second nature, especially beyond medicine. But these bioenergetic things, they really can just start clicking High ticket courses, that's going to be the whole like tail end. What's your high ticket course? What's your big dream? What's your like breakneck problem that you solve? The $1 million, at least $1,000. Oh my God, this person has to fix this yesterday. What's the result you give? All about the result. Um, how do we get you the clients you want versus those ones that don't show up and do this? How to do a sales call? How to get your advertising up so people know about you, and how to do that without all the like, oh my God, ebooks and blogs and funnel upon funnel upon funnel that don't work and don't get you money. Then don't heal people. The individual sessions that make band-aids for people and don't work. So the last month, high ticket courses. You got it. We're going to do bioenergetics. We're going to be learning hands-on healing the whole way through, different modalities based on the chelation. We're going to do this white black shadow tantra coming pretty soon, dream therapy. And we're going to finish up with your high ticket courses, your light mission in the world. That's Mission Mastery course. Good. And just a reminder to everybody, and I hope this is hitting you hard. Like every day you're like, gosh, man, Johnny and that whole crew, Mount Mastery Facebook group, they're always saying this one thing: mastery mindset. 90% is passing grade. And I know with the first wave coming out, I imagine those coming out after this, you are getting it. Everyone I'm calling, we're refining it. Oh, I've been 70% schedule, 70% mindset throughout the day, 70% with the schematics in the sun. But man, I'm getting results. And now people are showing up to 90. And then they realize that 90, wow, that there's even a bigger 90. You know, it's like a spacious, multidimensional quantum, like you can be a total God, light being, 90%. Mastery mindset is really also about mastery core work. You know, and the great cheat we have about this is we don't just have to try to cheat our subconscious all day. We blast ourselves with light. And when we blast with light, we then blast ourselves with the light inside of us. We do a lot of cheats to get there, but we still need that mindset 90%, 95% of the time. 90% is passing, 95% is mastery. Now, as we get into the bioenergetics and missions, I really want to share with you guys, like, this is a new medicine. No one has developed this on this planet. This is like Barbara Ann Brennan shit, if you ever read that in like Hands-on Healing. This is like a mastery version. Doesn't take 4 years. Doesn't cost you $40,000. And also, by the way, it totally fucking heals you, unlike all the bioenergetic stuff, which just helps and supports. And that's through the Yang medicine. You guys are going up on the mountain. You're doing the mastery requirements, number of hours, attention to the schematic, attention to your sensitivity, and letting those photons come in and clobber density. We're in the victory ascent now, so you are actively, and I'm hearing you guys doing it, you are using your empathetic knowledge and wisdom because you're the only one there that can do it. I can tell you ideas, concepts, but you're there crushing density in the light, flooding it, moving it, micro adjusting it, opening the cage in the core. You guys are getting these results, and because of this, you can do high ticket sales. You are getting certified. Nobody else. This branch is wide open for you. You've seen it. It heals the fuck out of depression. Depression is $1 million billion industry. What if you actually cut in that world and totally system disrupted that? You healed the fuck out of people, turned their 85% poor disaster lives into or below 20, 30%. Years lost. It's so much emotion, so much crappy feeling. And you come in and show them this medicine and they learn it like the master, like you are learning now. And their life just turns sunny in 90 days. After that, it turns even sunnier and even brighter. And suddenly they're traveling across the world and healing the fuck out of people too. This is your branch. I'm creating a certification. You're going to specialize in something that really excites you if you want to do high ticket sales. Hell, it could be even high, like someone's doing graphic design. You can use the Young Medicine graphic design in some way. I do suggest more like, let's see, James is talking about doing the enlightened businessman. Oh my gosh, getting CEOs or the enlightened CEO, something like that. Ooh, I like the enlightened CEO better. Getting business people to step up, become actually enlightened, feel the golden hour every day in their energy field. Power up in their careers, move up in that, and then grow that energy, that light through their businesses to expand. Yang medicine is there for you to develop. Some people are using yang medicine for like shamanic witchy goddess training stuff. I love that shit. It sells so well. You could do that, but it's going to be for healing some breakneck problem. But the whole point is this yang medicine trunk is one I've discovered through this. And it's the sun, you're discovering it. And you are welcome to be a pioneer in your field. I encourage it. That the person that healed depression, you don't think they could be on Oprah? You don't think they could have a TED talk having solved the nightmare of our age? I call it some of this energy play. Having healed fucking energy play, chronic fatigue, cancerous things, all this gut bowel stuff. If you can do that, guys, there's one of me. And I'm not going out there and specializing. You do that, I think you guys can have very powerful, rich, successful, divine yang medicine career. It's a branch for you. It's a gift. Have fun, and I will encourage you all the way to your greatest strength. Now, on the individual sessions, I will be specifically for those that are interested in this and using yang medicine in the world, finding the arrow, finding that target, so we can pull it back. And by the end of this course, you're pretty much, if not firing it, you're at least aiming and getting ready to shoot. Because a lot of you want those portals into your next career. I know, dude. I have done temp jobs. Oh, I've done $20, $25 per hour. What happens when you get rid of some, like laser surgery, someone's profession? You get paid like laser surgery. Then you get to grow your family and do all these things we're about to talk about. This is a new field with a thick trunk, opportunity for many branches of real healing and major transformation. Yang medicine delivers. Gosh, Amy was talking about feeling states of ecstatic enlightenment just within a few weeks ago. Your enlightened genius leads the way and pulls off what you've been dreaming of. Like your inner golden guru divinity just leads the way. I am here to remind you because no one else fucking does this. You are here to obsess over your dreams. Weird, wild, good. But be professional. Pull them off. Follow a strategy that freaking works. And obsess. Because you know the strategy that works? It's being your dream now. Every moment you wake up as that person. Every day you're building that certainty of your dreams actually coming true. My dreams are so much here, and I have much bigger ones too. And I obsess moment by moment, day by day, especially with the schematics. Obsess with your dreams. You're allowed to. On the individual calls, tell me about those dreams, and we'll reinforce those dreams. Stack up your dreams with mastery stacking. 50 professional desires you obsess over daily. Make your list. I obsess over this. I obsess over this dream. Man, I am a guy that has had so many dreams come true and have coached so many people to see their books come out, their speaking gigs happen, their symphonic careers traveling the world, their speaker festivals, a series at all these festivals. I think I even talk about it here. The TED Talks, the podcast, so many people. Radio, TV interviews. It's so fun. And Yang Medicine provides this if you follow a strategy. Healing the fuck out of tons of people with high ticket courses. Let's put that number one. That's the focus. Heal a lot of people if you want to do this kind of mission and get to travel, make money, and grow the divinity on planet Earth. Traveling the world, becoming more enlightened while helping others. Literally setting off atomic love bombs wherever you go. You grow that miracle garden of family, home, friends, retreat center, cars, clothes, sunny spot. You can do trick lights at home for you. I noticed I put clothes in fashion twice because I think fashion upgrades are so important to get out of your lives. I've actually recommended keep getting upgrades of fashion as you go, and go with old stuff. Let yourself become a different quantum. You get all these adventures when you do it. You can pay for adventures. You can go skydiving for the first time. You can take your partner. You can finally buy your parents that house that you help your friends out. You can tip like a god. Tip like a god. So I really encourage being professional energy healer. This next wave. Everyone loves these entrepreneurs, and they're watching these old Medici movies and Selfridges. Well, why don't you be that professional? Be your, oh my gosh, who's that? Batman's guy. Bruce Wayne. are the female version of Bruce Wayne in your career, obsess over your dreams. And one of the things I love about it is you get to hang out with luminaries you love in your field. I couldn't believe it when Alex and Allison Gray first asked me to speak. He loved my work. He talked to me about my book. Uh, Allison made me chicken. I hung out. I'm like best friends with Alex and Allison Gray. If you know those visionary artists, Graham Hancock. You guys get to be luminaries in your unique field. You're going to have people you love that I never even heard of. And you know what? You can be just as big as them, bigger, I would say, because your trunk is huge with yang medicine. You're working with the most effective medicine, I think, on the planet. You know, Psychopath defender, bioenergetics defense structure. All right, now we're in our bioenergetics today. Big old psychopath. This is the thriller in Manila, and what a treat that was to the world as well. It's a totally horrific thing. This is Muhammad Ali, and oh God, was it Joe Frazier? Someone on the other end is like, Johnny, you should really know that. And I agree. It's like one of the most epic battles of two psychopaths of all time. And I would say in this one, I love Muhammad Ali, and he's like a really great cultural icon. You know, he really had some amazing things to say about race, and Vietnam, and poverty, religion in America, all these things. Man, he is a mean bully to Joe Frazier during this thriller in Manila, in this island. I think there's dictatorship at this time and crazy shit's going on. And it's like the biggest rematch, I believe, in basically all of history. And this was like a battle to the end. Before the fight, Muhammad Ali is just so mean, taunting, calling Joe Frazier like a monkey, like kind of racist things. Being a real psychopath, like going into his gym and throwing chairs and interrupting. And in the end, by decision, they say Muhammad Ali won the fight. But I think this, what I'd say is a little more of a gentle giant, Joe Frazier won. And really, he tore Muhammad Ali apart. Like, yeah, maybe by decision, Muhammad Ali won and kept the title, but Joe Frazier was still walking and like, okay, after that. Muhammad Ali, after that fight, was pretty much done. And that's what happens when two psychopaths meet full on, full force. And that was such a global media spectacular. And there were also like major personal costs for the two fighters involved. If you want some extreme costs of the psychopath. Now, psychopaths develop, like they say, 2 to 4.5 years. But, I'm always like, I don't believe these timelines have to be exact. And I don't even think they're that important for bioenergetics. It happens when trust is betrayed through seductive manipulation of a parent, usually the opposite sex. This happens a lot in families. There's like a unconscious often energy, a sensual energy, sexual. Sometimes dad's gone and mom's a little overtly, a lot overtly, maybe even illegally overtly sexual to the son, daughter to be dad. That happens a lot, daughter. There's like a seductive but mistrust, a taking, a lustful energy that's somehow there. Seductive manipulation. Behavior by parent causes child to choose specialness. So we'll talk about manipulation as being kind of the big word here. Child is often controlled by being made to feel bad or inadequate. Often they'll feel, hey, you're the best, and then they'll be the worst. So the child has to keep trying to be like the perfect child, because otherwise that, honestly, the kid's a total failure. Victory or failure, and honestly, they can't really be victorious, but they do get results, you'll see often. But there's always this feeling of failure if they don't feel this. Now, the energy of a psychopath, and here we have Trump, who, a lot of people are really in uproar about as far as like, talk about America's greatest psychopath right now. Well, great. Pay attention, guys, because we're going to get a great study into a very big characterology here. And, it helps me navigate Trump when I hear him on the radio. Oh, yeah, okay. He's a psychopath doing this. I get it. Okay. So the energy is held in the upper half of the body, stiff up there. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger has that upper half a little too tight. Muscles up top, but not so much below. Kind of that skinny leg, big, tight up. It can almost whiplash you with upper energy. And part of that is the eyes are tense and controlled. I definitely think I've seen that with Trump. Real intense look, controlling, like a dominate look. Um, they attempt to control or dominate others to prove specialness. They are number one, are failures. You know, America's the best country ever, or, you know, it sucks. Immense strive for power. They're bullies. There's a seduction involved, but there's not a trust. It's not like a nice, like yummy, sensual, flowery seduction. It's like a political intrigue seduction, you know? This is the need to dominate others for specialness, to always be right and above. And you know, there are a lot of good qualities about that, honestly. When I hear that, that can be a really great leader. And they are. There are so many famous psychopaths, wonderful and horrific throughout history, which we'll see. And if you embrace that inner psychopath and rip it out, man, wow, into a total monster of awesomeness and love and the lion, I think you'll see extreme results. So, characteristics of a psychopath, often charming to get what, they often use charm to get what they want. This is that seduction factor. Being right is vital. Our way or the highway. You're either with us or against us. And they really fear being victims. They're going to go on the attack first. There's Margaret Thatcher, who invaded the Falklands for, God, I have no idea whatsoever. To invade and dominate and just show some power, you know? It was a political move. It was a seductive move, media seduction. So Margaret Thatcher, she's probably a good psychopath. You know, Reagan would probably be too, but I think he's even more rigid. She's rigid. Comfortable, and it's a bioenergetic type. They're comfortable in positions of power. They thrive. They seek them. A lot of CEOs are psychopaths, you know. The head of the board, probably going to be a psychopath. You can be a schizoid psychopath too, and still be head of the board and be a rock star, as long as you're doing the work beyond medicine. Now, they have feelings of superiority. They mask the poor self-image, invest in ideal picture of themselves. I think it's really important for people to see that. Well, psychopaths, we all have psychopathy masks that we put on, and especially for those that have super strong clients. You know, it's good for those that are like the victims and the masochists to see, like, oh, that feeling of superiority is like just totally false. And a narcissist, that mask is like, they're not really that. They need to like, they actually need to fall down and have the biggest gentle cry of their entire lives for like hours. You know, letting go of the ideal picture of themselves into the authentic, fluffy, true energetic self. You know, they're warriors and war hawks. They're bullies. You can love them or hate them. This is another Thatcher, like some graffiti I saw where, you know, not everyone loves a psychopath. The primary flaw of a psychopath, here's science fiction's probably favorite, most popular psychopath, cold, detached, attacks. He's like a rigid psychopath. This is the primary flaw. They will manipulate and control for power in intimate relationships, in business relationships, even as your client. They might try to manipulate and control you, even though you're the boss of your domain. You know, you're running your course, you're running your Facebook groups, but hey, you know, psychopaths, they might try to take over the show. That's fine if it's their own life. But they manipulate and control others for power. There's a little like, I don't know if this is like emoji Hitler thing. They always have to be in control. And, you know, I look at things with Hitler now, and I'm just like, God, that guy needs on medicine like yesterday. And got gassed in World War One. Face got all fucked up, and he was just like they say, never the same after that. Although he's always weird. I think 90 days of total gunnery in like, I don't know, Dubai would have been amazing. They always have to be in control. They demand the right to have feelings without being controlled or betrayed. See, they're under that. They're just because they seem powerful doesn't mean they're not under the kind of marionette strings, if you will. Feelings without being controlled or betrayed. I almost think that's like they feel authentic. They feel truly powerful, not falsely. They feel like gentle and yet still as strong as they are. I think gentleness is a good skill. We'll get into it. All right, as you guys remember, we had said that the personality types go with each other. And I really want you to get this concept because you're going to see it in life. You may look at your own relationship now and be like, wow, that is exactly what's going on. And it could be with your partner, it could be with a boss, it could be with your inner self. But The schizoid, we say, goes with God. They're kind of detached. The oral goes with the rigid. Opposites attract. And the psychopath, of course, especially in the business world, psychopath goes with the masochist. In fact, I looked up this image and I just looked up mean boss, and it literally said psychopath and masochist. So this guy's going to dominate that one. This one's going to be the victim. There's going to be resentment on the masochist. There's going to be anger and attack from the psychopath. They're going to be in this until they power up and yang up. And I would say she needs to get in her mojo. He too. He needs to open up his heart. They need to power up on yang medicine. But in this current form, this is the relationship we get: stress, dead energy, 85% below, disempowerment, deadlines, details, and people don't rise up together as a golden energy. All right. Extreme cost. Living in isolation, man, they are set apart from, they can feel real alienation. Can't connect with people. They're alone in the corner desk, the corner office. And they can't own gentler emotions. They can't feel, can't access. Often like a shut down heart, coronary stuff is going to come up. They have anger issues, affect all aspects of love, life, career. Blow-ups cause real life problems and consequences. Don't you see that with Trump? Like, I do think he uses it for his advantage a lot. And I think he could use it a little more masterly, you know? The anger and passion can be very powerful, and it's certainly got him an election and media attention. And yet, I think his anger mastery could be better. Like Robert Branson is actually probably a bit of a psychopath. He likes to get results. He likes to hit space, and yet I think he has probably worked with his anger issues a little better. Oh God, Elon Musk. I think he's kind of an in-betweener. I think he gets results, but I've heard I think he's had real problems with Tesla, and the fact that people just can't stay working for him. So they can't get systems up. They can't get these like assembly lines put together because the boss blows up too much. He's too erratic. I've had this, man, I've worked with one of the best minds out there in visionary worlds, too erratic, too like da-da-da, and it caused major problems. But also, it can be used for extreme advantage, which that person definitely does. Anger, when turned to passion, is a very great thing. Every successful quarterback in the NFL, which is extremely hard job to do, very few people can do it. They have to have a little bit of a passion chip on their shoulders. So they usually have this angry gut syndrome, psychopaths. You know, it's like gut, ulcers, cancer. It's like there's a lot of festering, you know, boiling over kind of thing. They're always in battle, never able to relax, make friends, enjoy life. I work with a lot of military people. They come to me like, I'm a healer of soldiers. In fact, I would love someone in young medicine to start treating PTSD for vets. Man, those guys come to me all the time. You know, they're ready for battle. They're ready to, yeah, especially, God, what is that? There's improvised explosives, man. God, guys, I can't tell you how many clients I've had that have had to deal, young men that are just totally psychopathed out and rattled and aggressive because of these improvised explosives always being a part of their reality, shattering their energy field. So guess what? With that type, we don't get a psychopath. You get like a psychopath schizoid. They're like violent and scared at the same time. I see a lot of that with that. So that's an extreme cost of psychopath. A lot of that in the military, special forces, that kind of thing. Navy, I do. Right. Addiction to things like cocaine, right? Like that's the Wall Street special. A lot of psychopaths, man. You just see they're like just white flowering up that nose, and it's wrecking their lives and relationships, and 3 hours in the bathroom, and you know, business done, late nights, stimulants, and total stress. Stress probably being worse than all of those other ones, really. You know, everything we're working on is about stress, like bringing the remedy, the resurrection of stress to shut down core energy. Heart attack, coronary issues, right? That whole upper strong part is shut down. Their gifts, well, they are leaders of the cause. They are some of the most powerful people out there. They are lawyers that can be amazing or sucky. You know, defense lawyer that just saves the Amazon, or it could be the defense lawyer who, sells it off to corporate America. Martin Luther King, incredible psychopath. Listen to the power of his voice. He is a subtle psychopath. He is an empathic golden lion psychopath. And yeah, man, I think he had some seduction issues in his life, like a psychopath. I think he had affair things, and I think, in fact, probably his whole career was somewhat image-based, seduction-based. Wonderful work, really. But a gold lion of big-hearted, gentle psychopathy, light warrior in the world, zombie, total psychopath, doesn't have the body type, but he went after one of the very biggest militaries, biggest empires on the planet, and won with his friends, connected to source, connected to the divine. That is a true psychopath. Mother Teresa would probably be, and actually, I've heard she's kind of mean, or has been, but she'd be a good psychopath, though, because she goes out and helps the world and saves the day. That's what the psychopaths do. Every superhero movie we watch, they're usually gentle in this, but in the end, to beat the psychopath bad guy, they usually have to put on their superhero form, that's passionate and a bit on the aggressive side as well. Cat, But unlike superheroes, we do a tantric approach to the shadow, unifying. Now, the healing response to a psychopath is be trustworthy, strong, and patient. Let them learn trust. Let them breathe. You don't have to say too much. Let them have some space. Be with, patient, without expectation. There's no contest thing. You always hear healers talk about this with a psychopath. Like, you're never in a contest with them. There's no contest. There's no winner. There's no this. That said, I also love competition. This is bioenergetics. I love competition with the psychopath. Oh, you're in the military? Oh, you were a ninja? Great. Take all that energy and use it to mount mastery, to get enlightened. I will race you up that mountain. You might beat me. But you see, no one's more special than the other. Your teams, your allies. You're gonna be gifted at some things, they're gonna be gifted at others. And so I think there can be a competition that's no contest. Around the worker, psychopaths can kind of hit you with energy. After proper trust is in place, you do a lot of anger work and passion work. They say in bioenergetics, the healing response is you're really opening them up to deeper spiritual levels, spiritual laws for like why they're feeling sick or out of balance. I would say really what you're doing is powering them up. In fact, that would be my healing response for total yang liberation for a psychopath, emancipating a psychopath. Power up to open the heart. Write it down. Write it down. Psychopath equals power up to open the heart. Tons of people have done this program for that specific reason, to open up their heart. I wrote a book about it. I talked about it. It took me 10 years to figure out how to do it. You power up with tons of light, you get that star, you do the schematic, you blow yourself into a giant light ball of energy, and it will power up and open that heart and core. I never had enough power to open my core. I never had enough sheer light, sheer divine quantum force energy, pow, joy to pop open that heart. Literally kind of pop open the heart. Yes, you may have a lot of like energetic surgery. But it's okay. It's not like real doctors. It opens, it realigns, energy orchestrates everything, get that power back. A lot of times the back of the heart is totally shut down. You're going to get total paranoia back there. And negative thoughts, it runs all the way from the gut to the back of the heart to the mind. But I always find this mess. And I power it up with light and pop it open. And the flower of the heart just turns into this joyous, more delicate, but even more powerful ball. So that's the yang process, right? You flood the core with joyful, safe, powerful energies. If that sounds like the work you're doing, it's because it is. That's really how we heal the masochist. It's how we heal a schizoid, except we'll start pushing power really into the legs more with schizoid. Masochist, you're really powering up and opening. The psychopath, you can power up and pop open that chest, relax it. And you can also have to bring the energy down. Open the cage. We're having you do that in the victory ascent. You open that cage so light can come in instead of all this constricted, nasty stuff. Psychopath's gonna have tense, everything's gonna be tense, right? Can't you feel it? Like the tense muscles, the tense, the clenched jaw. So we got to open the cage and melt and move a lot of stuff. If you just flood it with energy. And then you break open the heart. All the sensitive chakras do. You let their feminine come in. You let them have honest experiences in their childhood. You power them up, you open the cage, you do exactly what you're doing to yourself right now. And you break open that heart, which I hope you're doing, man. My heart has been like melted golden and broken open and realigned, fucked up. And like, I'm feeling like a renaissance. I know James in Australia is just feeling like a new life right now. 40% improvement in his gut. And he's a military guy. He's been through those PTSD. He's helped other guys. He wants to help more. So man, you sit up. It's actually a perfect example of that. We're flooding his core. We're opening the cage. He's learning to melt and move with the schematic. He's kicking butt in the Australian hot summer sun. He's measuring his hours of mastery, both in the sun throughout his day. And now he's going to break. James will probably be hearing this soon. He's going to be breaking open the heart with those melt and move. Especially like microdress, just open the core. All those things we talked about that open the cage. Power up, it'll open the heart. Laser surgery it with precision. This inner child work is so important for a psychopath. They've never had it really. They've been seduced and manipulated and controlled that they need to learn how to relax and let their innocent child come out. Reborn, feeling like a kid. Like when they start shining and being joyous and like that first innocent like smiley face comes out, you're like, yay, there's the kid again. Yeah, you can be big bully boss too. Great, good. And balance it with your inner child. Embodied enlightenment in core energy field. Essentially, that's what we're going for all of the modalities. So that's like the process right there. And then we bring this gentleness, this mastery, this quantum grace into their energy field to get the results of like they power up their total divine awesomeness. They're just feeling golden. They're living their golden hour. They're not fighting the world anymore. They're doing the happy dance. They're like supporting people. They're like the godfather of love, like buying people nice gifts and new things. They're like the godfather of evil, corrupting them. They grow gardens fast. They totally revive their body, their spine, their core, especially their heart. They're illuminated in joy, spontaneity, happiness, flow. They get to be big daddy and mommy, not the bully, and have their inner child. They get to like be adults and play. Really integrated stuff, really. And they get to be power masters in the world. You know, they get to have all the power they want, 5 times more, infinite, yeah. But without the false bravado shit. Young wisdom over false bravado. That's really the difference between a drained, miserable, fighting the world, having a lot of problems, anger issues, psychopath versus a light. Discover and direct a new light warrior mission. They love to be on mission. They love to change the world. So when you sparkle them up, you core them up, turn them into golden gods, or they do, because they got to go to the gym themselves, and they light warrior up, they're really good at setting out in the world and changing things, creating real results. Psychopaths, man, they're so good on a team when they're real, when they're golden, when they're happy, and connected with others. That's it. The team, they really got to connect with others and lift everybody and see the unique gifts of everybody, not just themselves over. That's the healed psychopath. Mm-hmm. Now, you can train with them to sort of say, Michael, they love that, man. Give them the weapon. Give them the schematic. Give them the extreme Jedi move and see how they do. And then you just have them unleash their light on the world with direction, with the power, with total power. They don't have to let go of the power. Total power, the vertical current and the horizontal current of an open heart. Compassion for man. Encouragement for all. Cheerleading everyone, seeing the God and Goddess they are. Like really turning onto the light in others so that they shine. And showing others how to do it. All right. So that was the psychopath guy. Now, the mastery mindset, we're going to keep it simple today. It's I'm rich in. That's it. I'm rich in. If you are working with me and you're on this mastery program looking for your golden hours where everything feels golden, energy field, your life, your relationships, your home, your travel, how your garden looks outside. You need to be rich. This is a rich medicine. You are filling yourself up with divine golden light and an energy chemical combustion bomb of love and awesomeness. You know, that's that's power, divine power. So I want you to feel rich. Professional and rich is what we do. There is no poverty in the kingdom of heaven. That's my new rule for anyone that works with me. And we got to do a lot of mindset training with people on this. Trust me, I have years and years of activist experience, of starving artists, of integrity experience, like what, 20, 30, 40 years of movement building, nonprofit, kicking ass, helping the September 11th fund victims, fighting political regimes. Like, I've got all that. I can say, man, poverty sucks. And having life, having money, having golden energy in you helps you like shine your genius and let other people feel it. 50 reasons I'm rich. Man, when I started doing this, my girlfriend and Claudia and I just suddenly realized, like, we are so rich. And now I can't look around my life and say, I'm not rich. I'm just rich. You guys are rich too. Time to wakey wakey. Wake up to your divinity. Blink, blink. Eyes open. All that sun you're putting in you, all that light, And you start just saying things like, what are true? Look around your room. We've already talked in the Facebook group about 360 degrees of gratitude. You look around the 360 degrees of awesomeness. So I could just look around and say, I'm rich in love. You could look around and say, I'm rich in computer equipment. You're watching this right now. You're rich in the cutest dog in the world. That's me. You're rich in that you have a really nice bed or a bed. You live in one of the most amazing countries in the world, wherever that is. Other people are really suffering. You're rich in sky. You can't tell me you're not rich in like the most delicious, powerful thing I've discovered, which is light energy in the sun with the work that we do, the initiatory work we do. And that's why I say every day I want you to kind of wake up and do your gratitude list, your brag list, how awesome and certain you are about your amazing professional healing career as a god, goddess, as an energy maestro. I'm rich in divine energy. I want you to feel that every moment of every day. Wake up into it, soak up into it, just practicing sensitivity. There have got to be times now where you're in the sun and you're just like almost orgasming with rich treasures and fortune of light passing through you. All those cells, all that space opens up and just all that gorgeous light floods you like no one else on the planet. Out in that sun, you can say, I'm rich and divine. So we've done the psychopath, we've done our mastery, and we're going to close up with the brain balance, hands-on healing. What a great little modality. It's simple. It's a trick on top of the chelation. All these are like apps on top of our main operating, the chelation. Just a reminder, learn the chelation like a master. Get comfortable with it. All you need to know is the moves. Know that the energy coming through you because you connect with the sun all day or throughout the week, that when you go and you know those moves, you're going to get more power than almost anyone. And get used to it, practice on clients, and become your own master. You are your own Da Vinci's basement. I do that with P90X in my workouts. I pay so much attention and I practice. So I pretty much get it mastered. Get the chelation down, know it, let it be your ally. Master the chelation, and then you can master the brain balance. Easy, free. Now, this is a technique that can be used in a variety of situations, but always with understanding that having balanced thoughts, this is the whole philosophy. Balanced thoughts and brain function impacts every aspect of our lives, intellectually and spiritually. So balancing the brain, I would even say nourishing and growing the brain, it will create, remember, energy signals everything. So we're going to re-signal the whole brain to a brain balance. But the difference between just bioenergetics and hand-on healing is you've powered up in the sun, you're going to connect tons with source energy before you come in for the chelation. You do the chelation, and then you've got them powered up on overdrive with wrong schematic. In fact, I'm going to tell you a little trick you can do with the brain balance to get extra results. Purpose and when to use. When someone is caught in chaotic or anxious thought patterns. Well, this goes for about 85% of civilization. This quiets them down and allows them to come into balance and really overworked, wrecked, masochist people stressed psychopaths with getting sued by somebody, orals that can't stop obsessing over their lover that left, and oh my God, and this and that. Schizoids that are just totally frenetic about some bill they have to pay because they have to go outside and they think about this and that. You know, brain balance. Anxious thoughts. I would have to say masochist and rigid and schizoid would be my first candidates for anxious thoughts. And maybe schizoid. They worry. Purpose and when to use. When someone is overthinking, headaches and migraines develop, especially masochists, right? You're going to see that slumped shoulder and headache back. They believe they can think their way through life, and as a result, they are holding all their energy in their brain. This is everybody. Everyone comes in doing this. And we got to get them in their core power, and especially in their sexual power, their second, third, first chakras. Everyone's stuck in their brain. Life, it's beneficial to have them focus on their toes while you do this healing. Okay, let's talk about this. Their focus creates intent, and energy goes to the point of focus. They support full body flow, and you support balance. So during the healing, you can actually say to them, or even before the healing, when we do the brain balance, focus on your feet. I think do it when you come to the head. Just say, okay, focus energy on your feet. You do the chelation up to the shoulders, then you do the brain balance, you go back to the shoulders. But before you do the brain balance, or as you do the brain balance, you just say, okay, now focus on your feet. And you'll see it flows their energy from their brain down. I also say you can do it with your own intent. You're powerful enough healer to do that, but you can tell them. I've had many a Brennan healer say that while they're healing me. Focus on your feet. Purpose and when to use. When someone isn't home and they literally appear empty-headed, schizoid, ungrounded, spacey. This can bring their attention back to where it belongs at the moment. This supports living in the now versus in all these theoretical headspaces. So, you know, we have three purposes, just to summarize. When you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, you're overworked mind, headaches and migraines, and you're spacey and you're not home. The three main reasons for brain balance. Overworked mind, I would say, number one. Headache, number two. How to perform a brain balance? Pretty easy. Remember, everything, this is the brilliance of this healing. It's like we get this great, like, MacBook Pro, like, upgraded energy healing with the chelation. And now we get to put on, like, this is like iMovie. You know, this is like the brain balance app. You know, this is an advanced thing that we can use quite user-friendly. That's really what I want to get across. Poor energy students across the world are not healing and they're nervous and they're acting like teenagers in high school. This is a master course. Pay attention. And let's see how it goes. You do the chelation to the shoulders. You can have a chair already set up to the brain balance. Okay, you know, ideally you have a massage table, right? Sometimes I'm doing emergency chelations on the ground, all these kind of things. But you do the chelation to the shoulders, and then from that point, it's just like the hormone balance. We did the hormone chelation to the shoulders, and then we did the hormone balance. Here, we're going to do a chelation to the shoulders, and then we're going to do our brain balance. And really, ideally, that's how we'll be doing most of these healings, just to keep it simple and giving extreme results, right? So the brain balance, you will place one hand on each side of the head. And you can see here, I took a professional picture of this with your thumbs over the ears and 4 fingers below the ears. Do not cover the ears. You see, I'm not covering them. People can feel kind of suffocated. It's just like in the chelation, how you don't cover the throat, you know? And I even say in this pose, it could be a little more relaxed, a little more gentle. That thumb might be a little higher. You could have the head sitting a little more comfortably in that. You really want each side of the head being comfortably in those 4 fingers. That's how I like it. Hit. Those palms are right there on the kind of underneath back of the brain. And you get that right thumb just over the ears. That's the move. This is this amazing move. Nothing else. We do the chelation up to the shoulders, and then we do the brain balance. It's 4 fingers underneath. You can ask them to gently lift. You can whisper. You know, I suggest like saying something gently, quietly, and helping. You know, because every time you're moving them while they're laying down in a pretty ecstatic or relaxed state, it can be a little jarring. You go down and you just kind of whisper like, okay, I'm moving. Move a little bit with me. Let's move your head. And you go in for that brain balance, the four fingers underneath. I like them kind of spread a little bit, and then the thumb above on each side. That's it. The touch should be slow and firm, but gentle, real gentle. The feeling focused on should be, I got you. I got you. I'm holding you here. On one side of the brain will feel stronger than the other. With your intent, synchronize the energy between both sides of the brain. Strengthen the energy as well, if necessary. Balance for 10, 20 minutes. That's usually average. You know, you can do a chelation from 5 to 25 minutes. And then you can do a brain balance from 10 to 20 to 30 minutes. It's pretty common. A lot of people do that. Heck, you can do a 10-minute chelation and a 50-minute brain balance if needed. I get a sense if they're in their head, though, you might want to give a pretty big chelation to get them down first. You know, you might want to do extra time grounding them. You do the chelation, you've done it up to the shoulders, you've got four fingers underneath, you've got the thumbs on the side. One side of the brain feels stronger than the other, and you've synchronized them up. Does this sound familiar? Because this is the same as the hormone balance, how we started the hormone balance. This one's a little easier than that for the ovaries and testes. You keep in this position, and remember, we're using yang medicine, so you don't just balance. We fill up. You connect with source energy through your core, through your feet, through your spinal column, through your whole energy field. You access all that energy you've been growing throughout the week as a super quantum battery of light, right? And you gently charge up, you gently nourish, you gently support. Now, if you remember, we use schematic 3 for the ovaries and testes. I think you could use schematic 3, the orange breath work, or at least orange, a gentle orange for the brain. I think it would love it. Juice it up. Maybe you start with just clear energy in the beginning and think you power up, grow, nourish, and you synchronize. And then you do the orange. That could be good. But I definitely would say schematic 3. I've seen extreme results in lighting up the whole brain surfaces, rewiring, resynchronizing, relaxing, sensualizing. The brain is under so much stress. It goes right down that straight forehead into the nose, into the jaw, and everyone's tensed up through the feet, goes down through the neck. They're bringing in that nourishing orange schematic 3. Thank God you guys know it now. You know it better than anyone on the planet. Right now, you probably know brain balance and schematic 3 more than anyone on the planet, about 99%. So I want you to learn that. I want you to practice the chelation in this one pose. Synchronize it, grow them, balance them, and definitely give schematic 3, a gentle schematic 3 with orange a go and see the results. Put it on Mount Mastery. Tell me how it went. Let's share master results. I'd love to see that. How does the experimentation go? I bet you'd be satisfied. I bet you'll learn you're capable of more and your client's capable of more. So practice on a dummy, watch the videos, read the PDF of this, rewatch the video, and definitely practice on real people. Practice on your partner, practice on a friend, client, someone on Facebook, whoever you can. After the brain, you move to the shoulders. You move your hands to the client's shoulders, and with your intent, begin to balance the energy on both sides of the body. Slowly move all the way down the body with your intent. Don't get up from the chair. So you could have a chair. Sometimes I do a brain balance without a chair. It's fine. Sometimes I like a wide stance. I can hold it. I'm a very warrior healer guy. I can hold a horse stance and hold a brain for 30 minutes. I love it. Some people are going to need to sit down. It's what's comfortable for the healers best. And sometimes you just work with what you got. Oh, I've got a massage table and no chair. I have a massage table and amazing chair. I have a bed. I have a floor. Depends. So you move your hands to the client's shoulders after the brain balance. Well, that's what we do after most of. We do chelation, then we do the thing, then we go back to the shoulders. So we balance the sides and we move that energy down and we can bring it back up. But we're at the shoulders again. And what do? We finish the chelation. So that's the brain balance. It's how we do it. I thought I wrote one that said, basically, after the brain balance, you complete the template chelation from the shoulders on. So how do we do a brain balance? We do a chelation to the shoulders. From the shoulders, we move to the brain. We gently lift them up. We maybe say something to them. We put our hands underneath them on both sides. 4 fingers on one side, 4 on the other. Thumbs are over the ears on either side of, each ear. There's one thumb on one on the other. You hold there, you nourish, grow, grow, grow. You can bring in schematic 3, orange after 1. Synchronize the sides. Give it time. Juice it up. Become a master at it. You'll know it. I promise you. If you just do it and give it time, don't quite get it in 10 minutes, give it 20. You'll get it. Give it 30, you'll really get it. You do the chelation, you do the brain balance, and then you go back to the chelation of shoulders, brain balance, back to the shoulders, and you close up the shoulders, top of the head, close the egg of the aura, as I explained in the video. That's how we do a brain balance. Not bad. So we covered our missions today. Thank you, everyone. Pat yourself on the back. No one is doing this work. I promise you. Like, knowing these things is going to give you superpowers. It's going to give you abilities. You're going to just realize, wow, I see how this is coming through in my life, and let's get some results. So we learned the psychopath and defender. Overall, I would have to say the healing modality of Yang wisdom is let's power them up to open their heart. And most people need a good cry, good heart surgery, that lump of coal squeezed into and then into joyous life. It's a real gift you can provide bioenergetic psychopath in your high school. Like, this can be new, old life entirely, new life, and epoch kind of thing. Right? And in Europe, mastery mindset, we learn to be rich in. We need to practice that all week. I like being rich in professional in. So you can practice that. Dress like it. Say it. Count it on your thumbs. I'm rich in love. I'm rich in sun. Count 50 of them. 50 mastery mindsets around being rich. In the hands-on healing, we learn the brain balance. You can become a master at it. Chelation to the shoulders. You do the brain balance. And then you finish with the chelation up after that. Rewatch the video some. Watch the chelation video to review. And definitely practice on people. That's where you get it. Practice with the energy. Call up that nerdy friend that's into this weird stuff too. The shamanic person, the witchy person, the yoga person. They'll love it. You can teach it to them. Why not? But I want you to practice. Next is for Yang Mastery coming up. We're going to learn schematic flow. I'm going to love this. We're going to do the tantric turn. It's going to start getting very mastery level from this point on. The introduction of like tantric scheme. Now for mastery, we'll keep this mostly PG-13 or PG. It's not an X show here, but for mastery, we hit levels of total and body ecstatic goldenness. That comes up next. We'll talk about doing the tantric turn and the modalities to help us up this victory ascent. We're still in like massive healing mode, so get the hours in the sun. Mission mastery next, we're going to do the rigid organizer. Obama himself is a big old rigid, so it really affects our culture if the president can do that. And addiction healing. Oh man, I love this addiction healing. It's such a cool one. It's fun. I'm sure you've done nothing like it before. I certainly hadn't quite come across it. Once again, it's simple, but it's totally comprehensive and it works. So we'll be showing how to fuse Yang medicine with addiction healing on the next addiction. That's upcoming, and I want to thank you all once again for doing Mission Mastery Training 5. Give yourself the biggest energy hug of all time. No one else is learning Psychopath, brain balance, and how to be rich in love. So thank you, and I will see you again on Mount Mastery.